Good morning, Bahamas. Good morning, world. It is Saturday, a beautiful Saturday, a good day to be alive in Abaco on the 13th day of April. And as I sent a video out concerning the manager, Richard Browning of Winding Bay, the Abaco Club, I want to let Richard Browning know that if he's here on work permit, that's a courtesy of the Bahamian people. And if he has dogmatic ways, dogmatic style of management, he ought not be in this country. And I sent the video that I did last night to ministers that I know in the F&M government. You see, I'm an independent person with an independent mind, with an independent network, so I can speak however, whenever I like. What I'm doing is try to make this Bahamas a better place. Those of you that's from Abaco or left and went abroad, Abaco probably is the only place that never been unionized. Let's take for instance example, Great Abaco Beach Hotel will never hire a black manager. They have never hired a black manager. One fella they hire for a week, but under the leadership of Manny Alexio, they will bring any foreign dog or hog to manage the Great Abaco Beach Hotel. There has to be something wrong with that. How is the minister Brent Simonet keep giving these work permit out? And this is why the country, let's use for example Marshall in the country. Everybody see the commerce in Marshall. You know why the commerce in Marshall has survived? Because the money stayed home. The people that run in these jobs, the managers, they spend their money in-house. With the country, the majority of the money, the big money, you imagine giving Richard Browning a contract for $100,000 and his work permit is $15,000? How much of that 100,000 is Richard Browning gonna spend in the Bahamas? Go with the Baker's Bay. All the big money that is making out there, how much of that money is being spent here? As a matter of fact, these guys are tax dodging in America because I'm pretty sure they don't pay taxes on that money here. And if the United States government do an investigation on the managerial style and the monies that these guys are making in this country, they will definitely go to jail. But the Bahamas government and somebody got to smart up sometime to say, you know what? Let's keep this $100,000, $200,000, millions of dollars that are being sucked out of this country without any taxes by these expatriates, that the Bahamian people can do the job. You tell me now, if we have persons like Darren Henfield for the first time could run an international ministry all over the world meeting people in his first year, and if the Bahamas government said that we cannot run the Abaco Club, we have to bring in a little white-haired fool like Richard Browning, we gotta be the stupidest Negroes in the world. We are downgrading our people. Our ministry is downgrading our people. Why is it that Mike Melman could get the man off the golf course? He got a golf course man to run Baker's Bay for years, whilst in Grand Bahama we have all the professional black managers that went to school, know the product, and they could not get a job in Baker's Bay management. That is because the government of the Bahamas do not believe in black. I want you all to understand me. This government, the last government, don't believe in black. They believe that you're white, you're all right, you're black, get the hell back. We are only supposed to do certain jobs in these resorts. We're not supposed to amount to anything. We're supposed to be grassroots. As soon as they see that we have some potential of leadership, some potential of managing skill, they fire us. labor board, you might as well throw that overboard in Abaco. That is nothing, 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 nothing. After I got the two managers fired from the Great Abaco Beach Hotel, I felt so proud as a freedom fighter. And the government of the day came back and bring that sucker right back here. But look here, I don't know why I continue to fight, but something good has to come with the good things. And that is my take on this beautiful Saturday morning here in the marina. This is Abaco. You see here? I want you to know those people on them boats, they are enjoying the Bahamas. Abaco more than any Abaconian. They see it rich of potential possibility. And all of those people on that boat have some managerial position. And the government of the Bahamas, and I want you to know, all along this waterfront, I'm here at Mangoes, one of the better places. You can see Mangoes have a lot of deck out there, so I want you all to come and support this place here. You have a lot of deck space, beautiful restaurant, one of the best chef, if not the best chef in Abaco, right here. I say, give the world a view of my island town. And I'm just praying for a government that respects the people. I saw, and I sit down and I see so much. I remembered during the coming up to the election, and my prime minister would give the Bahamian people, Perry Christie would give the Bahamian people a bird. See, and then Perry said, God can't do nothing with him. Well, God step in, not no Anglican God, no Church of God, God. The universal God said, all right, Perry, you shove that finger at me and at the people. See, Jesus Christ said, you never ever look down on the people when you're in a position, because that power will get sucked from you. God not only led the PLP got their most devastating defeat, but he also let Perry got beat. And that is a disgrace, to have the country resources and to get beat by a rookie. The government of the Bahamas ought to give the man who beat Perry the biggest merit, the biggest position. But the F&M government slam him too. They didn't even realize what this guy has beat. He is beating a giant that was running not for the Bahamian people, but Perry was running for his pension. That is why he told Brave, I'm gonna let you run this country halfway through. Then he said, you know what, to hell with you, Brave. I gotta get my 200,000, my perks like Hubert Ingram, because everything Hubert do, Perry always tried to follow. He was a close second, and that's all he was. And you imagine all the majesty and all the power that these gentlemen had. Hubert Ingram come to the airport at Marsh Harbor, everybody sucked their teeth and turned their head the next way. You know why, Hubert? Because when you had that power, you was dogmatic, stink, disgusting, talk to people like they dog. Bahamian people are proud people. They're not going to put up with that foolishness. Perry up there, sticking his finger up at the Bahamian people, saying, to hell with y'all. Well, guess who gets screwed? You get screwed eternally. You ought not be seen in any public. You are a disgrace to politics. And now we have this crew here there for them. We're going to give them a little chance because they're reading their way and they're finding their way. But when Kai spell out, because a lot of people need their jobs. I was one of those that never had to work for anybody. People need their jobs. And when you have people like Richard Browning at Winding Bay that could assault and batter a taxi driver, an elected official, because we're trying to show him some sense of the collusion or the crookedness that's happening in Winding Bay. And then we have Andrew Sweeting up there. They treat people like they're coming on the boat. His little daddy money when he left him. He ain't got much shares there in the Great Abaco Beach Hotel. All he is a gopher, a fetcher for money election. That's all Andrew is. I see them had meetings after meeting. He ran the table like a little infant, brain dead. He ain't got nothing up there. But he want to come and try to disrespect Kai Mills because of some court ruling. Andrew have always set on my feet. I didn't need my daddy to do nothing for me. You ask yourself, Andrew Sweeting, while you're up there like you king of Boat Harbor, what have you done for Andrew Sweeting? You have a child now. What have Andrews do for himself? You're only living on your daddy merits and that little 1% that money could suck from you. If money sucked that from under your table, what you got, Andrew? You got to move out of Boat Harbor condominiums. You got to look for a job in Marshall. So while you're on the good graces of Manny Alexio, Andrew, behave your little self and take your little pills and live happily ever after. You're out of your league. You're out of your league. And back to these work permits. Boat Harbor again brought in a set of white foreign managers. How the hell? And this is what they told me all my life, but I was sensible enough to not believe it. They say the white man kept you down. That was a lie. We have had 3 black prime ministers in my lifetime, and the white race has been way ahead, because when the black brothers of Abaco went to sit down with Hubert Ingram to try to get some property, to try to get some license, he said, hold on till next election. That's mean another 5 years go by. But when the other people come and sit down with you, yeah, you gotta come see me, you gotta come see me. What you want? What you want, Mr. Albury? He never say no. That is what I went through with 30 years with these brutes called politicians. All these for black leaders. You ask yourself, which person have succeeded in North Abaco with Hubert Ingram 30 years, 10 years as Prime Minister? Which one has he created a millionaire? But look out there in Bakers Bay. Hubert Ingram have created Jeff Jones, $14 million, 2 homes in Bakers Bay. Hubert have never 14, he may have 14,000, but he ain't got it in Bakers Bay. Hubert don't have a home in Bakers Bay. Perry Christie don't have a home in Bakers Bay. But all these white expatriates that they give these property to, they are living like kings in Bakers Bay because of Hubert and Perry saying no to the Bahamians and yes to the foreign whites. You imagine 200 acres were given to Bakers Bay, selling at 3.5 acre, 3.5 million per lot. And we still need a police station down there. That is our money. You imagine the Abaco Club, I went out there and Richard Browning gonna grab me on our land. That's the Bahamas people land. Perry Christie gave them 350 acres to develop and then sell it, bring the profit back to the Bahamian people. I was there during the groundbreaking. I was there during the opening. To date, neither Bahamian know what happened to our money. And Richard Browning gonna grab me around on my property in the Bahamas on a work permit. Unacceptable. Immigration, police, y'all gonna get Richard Browning. He is unacceptable of being here as a courtesy to the Bahamas government, and he's on a work permit. This is Saturday and I'm just getting started. Saturday here at Mangoes in the beautiful harbor of Abaco. I'm just merely telling my story to the world. You tune in to WCAY on an early Saturday morning. Kai cares. That's why I'm bringing you the information.